Hello, everyone. My name is Bello, PhD cyber defense student here, technical track. I am doing this research on the concept of BYOAI as an emerging risk frontier in shadow AI. I will be evaluating the governance, the risks, and the enterprise control for this. Now, it's no longer news that the CISA chief of the United States of America uploaded sensitive government files to, public ChatGPT. And this is not just limited to government entities, even in enterprise organizations. There was the first incident that was, that made public news, which Samsung worker accidentally uploaded, trade secrets and company code into ChatGPT. Now, the core research problem that we see here is just the fact that organizations are struggling to align workforce AI behaviors with formal governance control. Employees are able to log into ChatGPT, DeepSeeks, on their company devices and possibly exfiltrate data, sometimes unknowingly, and just because they want to be productive. And the governance controls seem to be lagging when it comes to this. So in general, for this research, I plan to understand behavioral patterns within workforce and what organizations are doing from a governance standpoint and pretty much understand what that misalignment gap could actually exist. So I broke this research down to 3 phases, and this will span for about 14 weeks. The first is a quantitative type of survey that will be distributed to employees to understand what their AI usage looks like and data exposure and things like that. And the output of this will be more of a statistical analysis of that survey. Then phase two will be a qualitative interview of experts within the field, pretty much CISOs. I'd put 2 to 5 executives, but again, it depends on the number of users or number of experts I'm able to interview. And the goal will be to gather or get policies that they implement for things like this. Some companies are banning third-party AIs completely, but again, you cannot fully ban using technical controls. Employees will always find solutions. And towards the end, my goal will be to synthesize these surveys and findings and create more of a governance framework for this. And here, most of the artifacts will just be the survey instrument, which is the 24 structured type of questions that I'll be asking in terms of behavioral frequency that is measured in a Likert scale and understanding the frequency as it relates to data exposure indicators. And based on the details or information gathered from the survey, I'll be sharing this with CISOs during the interview to understand, okay, these are what employees are doing and what are organizations doing to protect themselves. And the purpose for this will be to generate empirical evidence to inform the governance framework design. Now, this is a top-down funnel. Again, the inputs will be the quantitative survey data and the qualitative interview data, after which I will analyze for alignment and to understand the alignment gaps and then create a framework. I just put some of the samples like governance framework and measuring and monitoring and management that is going to be needed. And ultimately, the goal will be to develop a BYOAI, which is Bring Your Own AI Governance Framework. As a future work, this framework will need to be validated and piloted and tested and refined as we move along. Thank you once again for taking time to watch my presentation. If you have any question, please reach out. Thanks.